you at
There
all.
we go. So, everybody who is now here, hi. This is episode 12.5 of chapter 4 of a D&D campaign. And depending how this goes, this might be a nice little bookend to a chapter before the unlucky number 13. So, I'm not going to do a full recap of last episode because this is only a 0.5 episode. This is only going to be maybe an hour or two, maybe. Yeah. But I will explain the basic situation that led you two, Josiah, Nofara, to here. In where you were at an excavation site where a portion of a room had been excavated. They had managed to carefully drill, with a hand drill, a small hole that was probably 3-4 centimeters in diameter into the room where it was extremely dark and they could see pools of water. You guys had blagged yourselves in as part of the archaeological dig team of the university they were a part of to gain access, in which dancing lights and other means of looking in were cast, but again, because you're only looking through such a tiny peephole, the vision was extremely limited. In which the idea by Nivara was to teleport inside, casting Dimension Door? Taking Josiah with her, leaving the rest of the party outside, in which you fell down into a large pool of water as the room seemed to be almost entirely bare with the exception of a protruding square slab on the wall beneath the water surface, in which Nivara first attempted to try and pull it and twist it and then bopped it and pushed it. Upon the push it, however, the floor, quote marks, beneath the water opened, revealing a purple swirling portal, which not only was the water swallowed up, but you guys were as well, dropping you inside this extremely vast and large and dark enclosed room. The vision is limited through the dancing lights, but you notice probably thousands of corpses, most of which are entirely skeletal. Towards the end of your search, you did find some that were in later stages of rigor mortis and putrefaction, but none fresh. You noticed at one portion of the room, the floor moved, similar to how snakes' bodies move. It was like creating this ripple effect, moving the skeletal remains and other remains in the room towards a furnace that was attached to a wall in which you saw blue ley lines connected and going somewhere else. You don't know the purpose, all you know is this door opened, the floor kind of moved the bodies along into a furnace. It was at this point as well that someone entered the room unknowingly to you two, but made themselves known when they were close enough that Josiah, I believe you were the one that picked up on the presence of Doll, someone who you'd had recent-ish interactions with alongside Gissa. It seems, however, as well, that Doll has some new abilities because his eyes glowed a ominous red color, and both of you felt disruptions in your magical and codename Snakecock. Okay, dickhead. But you both felt some unusual disruptions in your abilities, spells, connections to the weave in one case, and connections to other creatures in another. Not severed, but suppressed. At least while it seems Doll's eyes gaze upon you, and that is where we're going to start the session. I am not opening in initiative, as Doll did open with words. I will give you guys the chance to make a rebuttal.
What did he say again?
I can't remember. Give me one second.
The treasure room's here. Take everything you want, and then here's the.
Doll, that's so sweet.
Doll.
Oh,
Shut up.
Oh fuck. Oh shit. Okay, give me a sec. I am actually opening up the last episode.
I can't. It was. I don't remember.
14.
Hang on, I'm just gonna.
But I can't see you
at
at the moment.
What was that? Sorry. Come here, you fuck. Come here, you fuck. The Mohawk. Dressed in a similar... Here we go, we got
Like
the
with
description
gaunt
of the man. Features and green eyes. You can see with arcane etchings in the side of his skull and wearing like
Oh,
a tunic
I
that
know
is
who this
brown in
is.
colour.
Mhm. Yep. The little Yuan-ti. Right?
That is right. Gol.
Oh. It's you.
Hello.
I'm surprised when I heard triggers of movement in this room.
She actually say
But Gissa
anything?
did warn that you would all be making moves. Okay, so what he actually said was, I'm surprised to see when I heard triggers of movement in these rooms that it would be you. However, Gissa did warn me that you would be making such movements.
I mean, and Josiah's going to start moving this way. He's then going to move like... I can't move my token.
It might be because I place them, so you might want to drag your own
Yeah.
on. I don't know why, but for some reason, if I drag your token on...
It happens. It's happened to me before.
Do you want to
when I
move
was like-
the one you
Yeah.
can control out the way, and I'll delete the other one? There we go.
So he'll just sort of slowly, gingerly walk like 10 foot that way and just be like, right, just, if Gissa was expecting us, expected a little bit more of a warmer welcome.
Well, it is something when you enter through our garbage disposal and kind of like almost sneering at the mess on the floor, which is the thousands upon thousands of bones.
You've been a little busy.
When there is enough of us to do this work, we make ourselves busy.
Is this entire floor that we're in covered in bones and like
It's
in both
littered,
directions
yeah.
as well?
Yeah.
How big would you say this is? Like hundreds of foot long?
Oh
and
yeah,
there's
no,
dead
this
bodies everywhere?
this room is huge. Like, you when you landed, you felt you were roughly in the center, and you sent your dancing lights and basically patrolled the room. It's about
Yeah.
a 60-foot high ceiling, and we're talking hundreds of foot length and probably about 80 foot in width.
Oh.
It's
So there are
huge.
thousands and thousands.
Oh,
and thousands
we are
and thousands of bodies.
talking like cities worth of people.
Mm-hmm.
We aren't talking a couple hundred. We are literally talking thousands.
Like 20, 30,000 easily.
Probably,
If
yeah. It's not like they're not like stacked up to the rafters, but the entire floor is littered to a point where you have to shuffle your feet because you are kicking dozens of.
It's a heavy metal album worth of bones.
Yeah, it's not like I said. You're not. It's not like Scrooge McDuck level, but it is significant, especially considering the size of the room.
So,
Oh.
how do you want to play this? You've come in here.
I would like to know where it is that you found yourself here from. First,
Why does that matter?
so we can prevent it in the future.
He'll look at the two Noivari, isn't saying anything. I mean, I'm just the
not
captain,
saying
and I just.
I'm
we got
just the
lost here.
highest ranking person here. Don't worry.
Yeah,
about
well, I'm just the captain. She's the quartermaster. I'm just sailing a boat is what I'm good at. Gonna move another 5 feet there.
Yeah, I'll do the same. I do wonder, Don. Why do you need to know what route we came in if we're not really a threat to you?
Wouldn't you want to block up the holes in which people creep into your homes? If you found them interloping?
I thought it would be better for you if they came directly to your garbage disposal, no?
It is an unoccurred annoyance. And you'll kind of notice that he'll sniffs the air for a moment. Almost like, you know when you kind of catch like the scent of something that someone ain't
What
right.
direction's he sniffing?
Towards both of you.
Something off?
You smell, and he's kind of saying this to both of you. You both smell different, not belonging.
What the fuck do you mean by that?
I'm going to take another step forward.
I do as well.
Well, he's in response gonna obviously take steps to here.
Okay.
He's not just gonna stand there and let you walk
No,
around
no,
him.
no. We did.
No, no,
Fair.
Yeah, no.
It is hard to tell. Your scents are intermingled, but I couldn't tell before, but now I'm certain. Where are you both from? You don't smell like you belong here.
What do you mean by here? Like, do you mean the plane, the fucking this garbage disposal?
Here
Islands?
entirely.
Oh.
Well, I mean, I'm from Ivory Sands, born and bred.
And you?
I mean, I'm clearly not from here. You knows this already.
But where on this plane are you from?
Another continent entirely. But there's I have one question for you, Dol, if it is okay. I'd like to ask, why were you sent over everybody else?
As my body has been augmented to deal with those that come ahead.
Oh.
Tweaked and improved.
Which direction is he looking at? Is he looking towards me or towards Dejaya at the moment?
His eyes are kind of looking back and forth at the moment, because you were the one talking, he's looking at you.
So, you telling me that you've just been sent to take on all the people that are coming that might intrude, so you haven't got any sneaky friends with you?
Not everyone. Just those that come back, as it were.
Oh. I keep seeing those lines being drawn.
I know, like, what are you doing? What are you doing? Just stop it. No. You know.
How have you been augmented?
There has been many things taken, given, replaced, improved. Stripped bare.
It's another one of these fucking snaky soldier people.
Well, yeah, it's a fair descript, yeah.
He's another one of these fucking snaky super soldiers.
Snaky super soldiers, SSS.
Yeah.
Where are we currently? Not just the disposer.
And
Be a bit more specific.
a slight like smile like does appear for an expressionless person. You have wandered into our domicile, our home. At least part of it.
It's a home nest.
This is why I would like to end where you found your way in.
I think this is why I would like to end you. And she's going to take another step forward. See, you've clearly been up to no good, and she'll point down to all the bodies that are on the ground. and quite a large number of denizens have lost their lives to your brethren.
Most of these were here when we came back. Most of these were not ours yet. But they will in time.
I'm going to rush forward at this point.
Yeah, I was waiting for the cue.
Yeah.
Right,
Bum
okay,
rush
so
them.
I'm assuming that's like, rather than just moving like a step forward, you, okay, well back up.
Yeah.
Because the
Okay,
second
okay,
you
okay.
both go to charge him, obviously,
Yeah, it's
initiative.
initiative.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's fine.
Yeah.
When you were just creeping
cool.
at the moment, like I was letting it ride, but
No,
no,
I was
Yeah.
quite. Yeah.
but
I
no,
thought I
if
was
you
fine
if you
forward,
if
but
you
that's
if
fine.
you are going to like both bomb rush him, as you
Mhm.
say, like yeah, no, we definitely gonna need some dice rolling.
That's fine.
Yes, please.
Ugh.
Oh, beautiful.
Eee.
Oh, really? Oh no, he just hasn't rolled yet.
I will point out, just for the sake of, he's currently looking at you at the moment, Nivara, because obviously you were the last person. No, you two at the moment were in like a back and forth conversing. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah, so he
The
his
center point
tone
is on you.
is on me. Cool, that's fine.
So just for the
Okay.
point out, so if he's like that is
Until
the
it's his
center.
turn, and
So
then he
like
can move
like
it.
that, and then it's like this at the moment. So technically,
that's fine.
Josiah, you are okay.
Out of it.
Mm-hmm.
And if I was to move beyond that field, I would be out of it, right?
But the thing I will point out is you guys, although I've had to tell you guys for mechanical purposes, you do not know where or how big it is. I will just that, because that is a bit
Oh, no.
metagamey. I will just
No.
point out.
I think, but we know where he's looking and where he is.
Yeah,
Like,
it's
that's,
very clear wherever his eyes are, the
Yeah.
issues of
Would we be able
connections
to-
follow.
Yeah. So if I was, I think as an intelligent character, would I guess that at the end of the day I would be able to sense when everything starts back up again, or is it
Yeah,
just a
as
case
it's
of
like,
I
like
have
when
to-
Josiah
yeah.
was speaking and he turned to Josiah, you would feel like
it's
a
cold,
slight
yeah.
relief and like
Okay.
rekindling, but then it would go when he turned back. You are very aware that it's wherever he seems to be following with his eyes. But the point is, you don't know how far back it goes and how wide it is.
Cool. And then on his turn, he'll move basically.
He'll do his shit, yeah. Because if you're
Yeah,
gonna
okay.
charge him, because like he has got like high noon sort of thing. He has got his hands ready, but he's
Yeah,
obviously not.
yeah.
He hasn't got weapons out and like pointing
Yeah.
them at you, but he had weapons ready to fucking go.
I think I'm gonna start this off a little. I think I'm just gonna move at this point. So I'll rush forward, and then I'm going to take the dodge action.
Ooh.
Okay. Interesting.
Ooh.
Yeah. Oh.
Proud
I don't know how I feel about this. This is not what I expected.
I run to you aggressively dodging.
Yes.
Well, it's just more she'll run up and then.
Just start fucking.
I imagine it's
weaving.
her arms move up and everything, so you can't tell if she's spelling or if she's going to move out the way.
Mhm.
So I'm going to just try and get there, dodge, because I don't want to do anything just yet, if that makes sense. Testing.
Right.
I don't know what other augments he could have. Do you know what I mean? So I'm just going to
Mhm.
see what happens.
No, I think it's fair. I think you're kind of like gonna let him kind of like show his hand first, almost.
Kinda, yeah, but I'm hoping with the dodge I can at least mitigate a little bit.
Yeah. Okay, so it is now Bol's turn. Considering now he's both flanked, he's actually going to like kind of.
Not flanked yet.
He is, because he's in between
Well,
two
yeah,
of you. He's.
yeah.
It's a descriptor, Rose, not mechanical. Just.
Oh, okay, cool.
seeing that he's being flanked by the two of you, he's not gonna like it. And as you put your arms up to kind of like prepare and brace for anything and like be ready to move, he's actually gonna take that and kind of, because bearing in mind, even compared to you, I believe he's actually shorter than you. Despite you being about average for a human female, he's extremely small. He's actually gonna kind of like duck under and around here, just trying to keep both of you in his eyesight as best as he can. He's going to attempt, while looking at you, because he knows you are very obviously a arcane caster that's similar to him, keeps his focus dead on you as he begins to cast a spell with his hands, and he's going, without looking, because he can't, so it'll be at disadvantage, he's going to attempt to cast Firebolt at Josiah.
Okay.
You aren't getting around me that easy. Interlopers. 14. Okay, that's actually pretty fucking good, you know, considering. 20. Dirty.
Meets, so...
Will hit then, yeah.
Yeah, that's fine.
Next, he has a +6 to his spellcast things. So you, my son, are going to take, wow, 19 points of fire damage.
Okay, now. Firebolt. Oof.
Yeah. As he kind of just keep locked, like, because I'd imagine, obviously, Nivara, for the best of you can, while as he's going behind you, you track his eye movements as best as you can, and he's staring into your eyes, like eye-to-eye contact. And you watch as he begins to mutter arcane words, which obviously you recognize elements of, and you see the crackling of fire bubble in his hands, and he kind of just points to where he saw Josiah last, and sends the blast while maintaining eye contact with you, trying to nullify you as best he can. And thankfully for him, it hits, dealing hefty fire damage, like 2 9s and a 1 ain't bad. Like, the 1's disappointing, but 2 9s, come on.
That technically has double disadvantage, even though it doesn't work anyway that way.
What?
Yeah.
Because I'm within 5 feet, you have disadvantage in any range attack as well.
He had disadvantage for not looking.
I get it. Yeah. It made sense for him not to look at that point.
No, because if he looked, he couldn't have cast it, is the problem.
Yeah.
He's obviously used to the field, because he knows if he's got it active, he can't track what he's doing well.
My turn?
It is.
My turn. Right. Do I feel magically infused there?
Yeah. He's currently looking at Nivara clean. Like, it's very clear out of the two of you, he has more, and I don't mean this literally, like, he has more respect for Nivara in a sense of he believes her to be more dangerous.
Yeah.
It's not a respect as in I don't respect you. It's like, no, he's holding respect by putting most of his attention nullifying Nivara.
He knows I can do some weird, wonderful
and
shit.
he doesn't want that.
14. Right. Okay. As an action, I'm going to use one of my hellish seals and cast and use by the throat. Starting at 7th level, you can, as an action, place a seal on an enemy within 30 feet. If they are large or smaller, they must make a wisdom saving throw.
Yeah, he is large or smaller. He's actually almost classed as a small creature, but he's technically still medium.
DC will be 14.
Wisdom, did you say?
Yeah.
Okay, he gets a +4 to this. There we go. You burnt that one, you fuck.
It's better on this than it is on an attack roll.
No, I would have rather have had it on an attack roll, Ben.
Well, that's what I'm saying. I'll take that. Can't.
Yeah, kind of feeling the magical, like,
that's me for
strings pulling out and grabbing at him from you. Kind of puts his head and like shrugs it off, but he's doing his damnedest to maintain looking at Nivara as best as he can. He's like kind of like, you kind of see the eyes twitch as he flickers his eyes very slightly to look at you in the peripheral vision, but his main attention is on Nivara at the moment. Speaking of,
cool.
Nivara.
I'm gonna move round this way.
Yeah. So as he's kind of looking at you, you kind of like fake one way and then run the other, leaving him with like a quick second where he like, where the fuck did she go for a hot second?
Jukes.
Yeah, like she fakes going to his right and then jumps to the left, leaving him like with a moment where he's lost eyesight with you.
And then I'm guessing I'm out of it at that point. I'm out of his range.
Yeah. Because at the moment he's looking like that.
Could I see then Desire's like trying to also get near me? I can tell, right? Like you were clearly moving to try.
Yeah.
You saw him do it. Yeah.
Cool. I'm gonna cast Vortex Warp, and you're gonna pop up right behind him.
Hey, right, that's cool. I'll take that.
And that's the end of my turn. So you literally pop up right behind him, which means, yeah, if he tries to move out, he's got to disengage and then move and trying to pop you where you need to be.
Yeah, is it like the Undertaker? He like turns around. I'm there now.
Dun dun.
Yeah.
Oh god, that's really fucked him up now. I'm trying to figure out what, because like I've got a spell list for him of what spells he has.
Yeah, close in.
Because I've also got to consider there are actually a couple of spells on his list that he can't technically use while his eyes are active, because of reasons. Obviously, I'm not going to tell you what spells they are, but you'd understand.
Big guess, yeah. Oh, casting in an area you can see probably eliminates quite
a lot of them are screwed, like that are literally you have to see the place where you're casting. A target you can see.
Yeah, it has to be spells that say a point within range.
He can heal us because we can hear him if he wants to do a healing word.
Yeah, definitely. But instead, how about he takes us? Oh fuck, he's gonna. He's actually going to potentially. You guys have clustered yourself nice now. He's gonna try and like move out of the way for a moment, and he's going to willingly take the attack's opportunity. So he's gonna go 5, 10. Do either of you take a chance?
Yeah, I will. Yeah, but
Please
I don't
do.
have Sentinel, so. Oof.
I don't either.
That is a miss, unfortunately, Jose. That's really fucking unlucky. What's that? 3?
Who's he looking at as he moves? Is he looking back at us?
I will say at the moment, no. If you wish to use a spell, if you have War Mage,
I'll use my. No, well, I can use as a reaction instead, just because my attack would be shit. I'm going to use my reaction to Chronal Shift, so that Desire can try Rapier again.
I will allow
because he can do more shit.
Yeah. No, I'll allow
than I would.
Technically, at the moment, he's just kind of looking for a space in which he wants to occupy. So he's currently looking away for a moment.
Yeah, totally cool.
Yeah, 23 hits.
Because I would only do like 2 points of damage. I'm not great in combat.
Yeah, 13 damaging.
Yeah, that's fine. So that's 10.
Does he do any concentration stuff?
Not for anything he's got active at the moment.
Not even for the eyes. Okay, cool.
No, the eyes, it's like an action to activate, and then it's like they are. I'll explain. Obviously, they're magical items. They are. His eyes have been replaced. It's an action.
Completely understand.
Yeah, it's an action to activate, and then like it lasts for so long, and then all the other things like 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30. He's actually not going to look at either of you for the moment. He's going to close his eyes, and you kind of see as he does this, he doesn't want to, but he feels, given the situation, it's important.
Is he casting a spell?
He is going to cast a spell.
Counter spell.
Do you want to find out what he's casting first? And you can't counter spell, Rose, because you've used your reaction.
Oh, you're completely right, Danny. Sorry, I apologise. Ignore me.
No, I appreciate it.
Sometimes it's difficult to keep track of reactions.
But he's going to close his eyes, and seeing the slight singe marks on the fabric where the firebolt happened before, you watch as like the tips freeze, and with his eyes closed, I'll deal with the rest in a moment. But if you're insistent, here, take this. And he's going to cast Ice Storm. And he's going to cast it centered on a point within range, which is going to be between the two of you. Because I was double reading, is it a point you can see? No, it's just a point within range. Because I've made his list before his eyes got replaced.
In the eyes in.
Because his spell list was made with the Mytholabe encounter in mind.
And
then the augment happened afterwards as a reaction to like how you guys, because he basically, the majority thing is he wants to stop using that cube. I'll be honest, because that's what you did. You met him and it was like cube. But he's going to cast Ice Storm, so it is a 20-foot
Somebody
radius.
wanted to talk to us. He didn't talk. Sorry.
You guys charged him.
Yeah, because he was doing riddles and speaking in basic rubbish.
He was speaking in snake tongue. Fucking snakeist. But a 20-foot radius, which a 20-foot radius, 40-foot high cylinder centered on a point within range. Each creature within range must make a dexterity saving throw. So if you both could, please.
Starting.
Josiah, that is a pass, and Nivara, that is a fail. You'll take half damage on a success, Josiah. So there are two parts to it, because you're going to take 9 bludgeoning damage, Nivara. Ben, Josiah will take 4, followed with a nice chase of 14 cold damage and 7, respectively. And
is that
what was that, Rose? Rose?
So, sorry, how much was that total? I took 23. Okay, yeah, that's why my number is that one. Is that an instantaneous spell or a long-lasting spell?
Instantaneous.
Right, okay, so it will drop off.
Yeah, I just got to do the thing because it has a secondary effect.
Fucking difficult terrain.
Yeah.
Yeah, but it drops immediately, I believe.
It's until the end of his next turn.
Is it the end of its next turn? Cool.
Because what it is, I'll read the following bit. So, hailstones turn the storm's area of effect into difficult terrain until the end of your next turn. So, and obviously because his eyes are shut, even if it is technically magical, which it kind of is, because it's magically summoned hail.
Yeah,
his eyes are closed, so unfortunately it doesn't matter. But that is difficult terrain, that white circle there, meaning half movement speed. I realise I keep forgetting to move
teleporting.
Teleporting, yes. I like that you said that there, that was cute. Josiah.
Thank you.
I guess he can get his longbow out and he'll plank a few shots.
So
what he'll do is he'll move obviously to the edge here.
What I'll do is
Would you classify him with his eyes closed as blinded?
This is what I was gonna say. That's exactly what I was about to go on and say. I was gonna say you'll technically have advantage because he is blinded at the moment. Okay. Because he's not having any visual perception. Well, I mean, yes, he can hear you, but it doesn't matter. He's blind. 17 does hit. Ooh. Okay. Second shot hits as well. Oh, that was a shit. I mean, it was only one less.
Okay, I'm going to invoke my authority, and I'm going to have my little action surge as well.
Is this like a captain thing? Like, you respect my authority?
It's the authority of Dissipator.
Oh. You tell.
Dissipator. Nice, okay.
So is this just gives you an extra attack action?
I
asked you to tell me what it does and you just started rolling shit.
Sorry. Contract with Dissipator. Dissipator's heavy shot troops must be effective battlefield commanders and correctly dispatch enemies. There's 2 evoke authorities. One's devastate you, where I can within 60 feet up to my charisma modifier, make everyone attack.
Okay.
Or the other one's Infernal Surge. Upon evoking Dissipator's authority, you gain an extra action in addition to your normal action and any possible bonus action.
So you're doing the extra action one?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. And both of those, both hit. Dealing another 23 damage. Ooh,
so I guess you see this sort of like devilish eye, like his pupils become devilish and he just has these supernatural firing rate is like 4 arrows.
And as he's kind of got his hands out, as he's like recoiling them back, and you can see the bandages around his hands and fingers from like whatever he does in his daily. And like with his eyes shut, and he just feels like these heavy thuds, like 4 of them, one after another, all hit center mass, and it does stumble him for a second. It almost threatens to drop him to a knee, but he manages to and push you.
Yep. That was pretty good.
Cool, I'm gonna move 5, 10, 15, and then I am going to pull Josiah around, and Josiah's gonna pop up here. Next to so I'm gonna cast Vortex Warp again. No, they are spells, so I'm casting Vortex Warp to... Oh no, it's fine. So basically he'll disappear there and appear right back there again. If he wants to. Good. If he wants to.
No. Quick. Hello again.
Oh yeah, I'm done. I can't do anything more.
You quite done, Rose.
I saw. Oh. It didn't really wanted it to. It slowed us down.
Mm-hmm.
Hello.
Hello. Hello, yeah, it's a
Oh, with like his shirt open, it's like chin risen, like staring him down, a rapier. Oh yeah. Full Pulp Fiction.
Well, last thing he saw, I was firing arrows into him, and now I'm next to him again. Yeah.
He felt it, and then now you're like, hello. Hmm.
Mm-hmm.
He'll learn for next time. It'll be fine.
He was happy watching Snake Trisha in his living room, and now he's...
Oh, I don't think he was
Why the
watching
fuck
Trisha, bud.
Yeah. I'm gonna punch him though. So I'll just roll D20. I don't fucking. Zero strength.
Who's he looking at?
No, 7 now.
Okay. Can he? Is it? Does he have to see? Okay, cool. Okay, cool. I'm gonna counterspell. I know I've got to roll for it, but I'll try it anyway. He can't. He can't fucking see me.
No, I'm just laughing at Rose's sassiness.
I think so.
Objection!
Which no, one reaction. No, look at the casting time. One reaction which you take when you see a creature within 60 feet. Sorry. Intelligence, I believe. I have to do an intelligence check. Mm-hmm. Come on. Is it a level 8 spell? I don't think Cone of Cold is. So it fades. Sorry. Oh. So he's looking in my direction, right? That's all I wanted to check. Yeah. At the same point, Naya's just smirking at this point. Oh, yeah, cool.
Looking at nearly being obliterated by a spell, he looks back and goes, yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
You have to see it happening. Yeah, I think so.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Josiah will draw out his raping it. I'm not going to lie, that was pretty hot. And then he'll run towards...
Sorry, I shouldn't be laughing, but okay.
Stopping being obliterated, like, if you don't find that attractive, I don't know what is. So he's going to, cast his, put a hellish seal on him, which will give me advantage this turn on my attacks.
Nice.
And then I'm going to make 2 advantage attacks then.
Wow.
I have a question, Danny. Because you love me so much. Seal?
I'll sound it.
I can pop the seal like a smite, basically. Yeah, baby.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's why I was just double checking. I don't want to presume, yeah.
It was very good of you to check, though.
Yeah. When an ally or you hits a target, you can consume the seal to make an attack and deal an extra 2d6 necrotic damage. Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
So you're already doing plus 20 damage. Ooh. I think is that 34? Is that right, Danny? 6 plus 12.
Yeah.
Imagine when it goes off, it's like literally like a destination on his chest kind of deal, like. Mm.
Yep.
That was hot. move over.
Yeah. Right. One more. One more rapier attack.
Be still! Jesus Christ! Oh my god!
The dice liked me hitting on Nivara, I think. Jesus Christ.
Brace yourself.
I can't
Right.
pop anything else, but like...
Oh! 21 points of damage. I think it is. Oh, the crit.
Oh my god.
Oh, can't get any.
That was... I was not... Yes. That's my turn, I think. Yeah.
Dice like you're hitting on Nivara. Fucking hell. Cool. That changes my whole plan entirely. If I just watch Josiah literally, like, gut him in front of me. If I get to there, where my arrow ends, that's out of the cone, right? Oh, I didn't realise we chased him out that. So yeah, we chased him to the corner of the map. It's fine. Okay, cool. 5, 10, 15, 20, 25. So I'm gonna go to there. I'm not really. I think I'm just gonna do a cantrip. I think I'm just gonna use one of my clock hands. Yeah. I don't feel like I should use anything bigger on someone who's, well, you. Send someone who is, well, you. No, what she's saying is he's beneath her, so she's not going to use anything big on him. 25 to hit. Cool. 13 points of necrotic damage. And then I will move another 5 feet forward. So yeah, so Naya kind of like, as she's moving forward and gets out of the realm, you watch as her, timepiece begins to hover in front of her. She pulls one of her clock hands back and just goes, I'm not going to use anything bigger on someone, well, like you. And then she'll fire it, and it just kind of lands. But in the hole, because I'm guessing he's turning towards Nivara with that kind of like bloodied hold on his chest from where Josiah's things won't pop up, and it just literally. Yeah, that's it. And so where the thing lands, and you just watch as suddenly in rapid fire this cut that's in his stomach seems to grow worse and get infected and rot, and you watch as the flesh kind of like peels backwards away from his chest in this horrific kind of thing of just time taking its toll. You flat over the skulls and skeletons and corpses.
Well, yeah.
Yeah.
Huh.
Can I look towards the door and just kind of put my finger up to Josiah for 1 second as I'm kind of breathing, just listening to hear? No. I'm just basically turning towards where I think the wall is and listening out to hear if I can hear any, like, footsteps or anything. Yeah.
Can I, while she's doing that, start hacking his head off? I've got a dagger.
Oh!
I've got like a
That's funny.
hunting dagger kind of dagger. I've got loads of daggers. This one's Shirley. This one's Barbara Ann. This one's no.
Cool. I'm going to rush forward then very quickly and as quietly as I can be, and just, whilst Josiah's hacking off his head, search through his stuff, loot, looking for items, or some inclination of what's been going on here. If he's got any paper on him, I'm just going to search the corpse. Please.
Just try and take the head off, but sure.
How long it's going to take?
Yeah, fair. Yeah. And how much it covered in blood I am, but that's fine. Yeah.
Oh no, have you been muted this entire time? She's
No,
put a
can't
message
hear you.
going, can't hear you, Danny.
Oh no!
I didn't realise.
I was just saying, neither of you told me, and you were watching the stream.
You was paying too much attention to the actual game. I'm so sorry.
I muted immediately. I was like, well, not mute, but 1%, and I was on.
Maybe you can overwrite it in post.
It's impossible.
Like voiceover?
No, that an hour. No, I don't think this will make it to YouTube. Now is the point.
Oh.
Nah, no.
Because this happened with.
Still do the second half of it. Like if you cut it off at this point.
No, I'm just not gonna do it now.
Oh, I'm sorry, Danny.
We should you two had told.
I didn't know.
I
didn't want double Danny.
No, I didn't want it to come through, so I've got like I can't hear anything.
Do you want to know why vampires and liches are always speaking in riddles? Because they're very cryptic.
That's actually alright for once. I do actually like that one. It's actually quite clever.
Do you want to know? Did you know that beholders tend to have a large range of topics they know about and can talk about? It's just because they're so well-rounded.
Oh. I didn't like that one.
Yeah. Well, the thing is, Han, I pressed both the buttons, one for you hearing these guys and one for hearing me, and I pressed both the buttons, but sometimes the button doesn't quite register. It's on my Steam Deck, but yeah, like I said, it just means this episode won't make it on YouTube, that's all. It's too late. If it was 10 minutes in, whatever.
Yeah.
But an hour in, no chance.
Yeah.
No one's gonna see me being cool.
No one will ever see these cool moments. But
it's an exclusive for those who are watching the stream.
4 people.
5.
Okay, 5.
But 3 if you take away you two.
It'll pop up in a minute as well. You know, people start coming in.
But
yeah,
Josiah, it's not easy, especially when it comes to like the bones and stuff, because a dagger is just not designed at all. It can cut the flesh easy. Let me roll a. Oh, actually, with a roll that low, let me just roll a. You do damage the dagger in the process, and so just mark one of your daggers as having a -1 modifier.
He's just going to throw that dagger. He's got like 5.
Fair enough. But you do get the head. It is pretty bad of a cut, but the head is intact, but the neck is fucked. It's bloody, it's messy. But...
Gonna stash it in his bag.
The head?
Yeah.
Will it fit?
Like, he's got a little satchel thing.
Yeah, but all of your other stuff is what I'm... Okay. I'll trust you to be mindful, but just thinking physics.
He hasn't got a lot of stuff, but he's sure he's got like a little backpack.
Well, you have a basic adventurer's pack, which is usually a shitload of stuff anyway.
Yeah.
And you know what I mean? So it's going to be pretty full, is what I'm getting at.
I assume you've got some cloth that you can wrap it up and do like a little knapsack kind of thing.
That's not
like
what he said.
It onto it.
He said he's putting it in raw.
Well, no,
he's going to ruin his entire contents.
Oh, okay, Nivor, fine. He'll get like a cloth and he'll probably just get a cloth and like tie it to his backpack so it's like swinging off his backpack.
Okay, that'll do.
Yeah. So, have you got any shit from him?
With the obvious that the eyes are magical, but currently they're in the possession of Josiah.
I don't.
You notice that on the hands, you notice that large portions, and even to a degree on his forearms, you notice that large portions of the skin has been replaced, and you can see what looks like textile, and this is underneath all the bandages that he's wearing typically. You'll notice that there's like a red and blue woven textile that essentially has been grafted to where the skin once was. You'll also notice that in terms of other augments as well, you'll notice that in the fingertips, you'll notice that he's had metal implants put in to give himself borderline claws, almost, but not to the degree of like a tabaxi or something like this. In terms of possessions, he has a spell focus. He has a dagger that looks to be pretty nice. He also seems to have a potion that is now smashed since he fell on it because it was attached to his bandolier on the back.
Okay.
And that's about it. The potion that smashed looked to be red in colour.
Using his dagger, can I press on the bit which is, the skin that's augmented and just see if there's a little less give than what I believe skin should have? Like, is it a armor kind of thing? Like I'm pressing on it to see
actually, the opposite is the case. It has, it has less give, not more give, sorry. It has less give, yeah. Although it's a fabric, it has like, it's rock solid. And you can see it's wrapped around both his forearms, almost like braces, kind of, but not. Because obviously they're implanted into his body. Yeah, this fabric, it's not like metal. It doesn't like tink or anything like that. It's not, but it's almost as hard as.
In my lifetime, have I ever seen something like this before?
Probably not, because ethics. But I would imagine there are plenty of rumors of madmen that have done experiments on their body, replacing organs, replacing parts of their bodies. And there are plenty of known magical items like eyes and limbs and stuff that are well documented and known. But they usually only done if something is damaged and has to be removed. They're never done to healthy body parts because, again, you're talking a lot of ethic issues here, like legal loopholes and bullshit. But
she'll just throw the spell focus behind her and offer the dagger towards Josiah.
Oh, thank you. As he's just throwing his old one away.
It looks better than the other ones you've got.
I'm gonna start with.
Just put really nice doll dagger. And I'll know what that...
Dagger.
Yeah, if you put it really nice doll dagger, I'll know what that means. If you
It's
invent you have
Dolga. It's the Dolga.
The
There we go.
Dolga.
And then I'm gonna go searching for the door. Like I'll move away because I'm guessing we're getting closer and closer towards the furnace at this point.
Well, yeah, because roughly the direction you guys have travelled, which is northwest on this map from where you started, yes, you are vaguely travelling to where he protruded from and closer to the furnace. You will have to go a bit south too, but that's fine. Eventually you will make it within a reasonable range of the furnace. And I will say, so long as you're not prone and you're not incapacitated, the rippling of the floor, which basically beckons the corpses to it, you are technically immune to. It will be difficult terrain, because essentially the floor, it's like a waterbed sort of type thing.
Can I be dragging Doll's body towards the furnace as we're heading that way?
You don't need to roll a strength check because he's not very heavy.
Yeah.
You don't need to move on this map. Literally, this is all the map is. It was just a texture.
Okay,
it was just a texture for the battle map.
Got you.
Because, like I said, I didn't map it because I didn't think we'd need it.
Wow.
Guys.
Joke's on you.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Bye, doll.
Yeah,
I'll
so
miss you.
you'll yeet Doll's as we're sort of passing. It'll get not super
reasonably
close.
Close.
Yeah, because it'll
well,
pick.
The
it can
floor
do
will
the
do the rest of the work.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, so you'll yeet it close enough, and then the floor can do the rest of the work.
I'm going to summon my dancing lights again because I'm guessing they would have dropped through the thing. And we would have had to summon them at some point.
I was going to say, his anti-magic would have cancelled them.
Yeah, so they'll be going towards that wall where I believe he would have come from, if that makes sense. Like, I'm kind of searching to see if I can see the whole the doorway and try and go for it.
Which you will eventually find. Where the furnace is, it's probably about 30 foot down from it, like south on the map. You see the outline of what looks to be a door. You don't see like any natural and obvious handles, but what you do see is that it seems to contain some arcane rune and scripture.
Can I look and see what it says?
Make an Arcana check.
Okay.
Please, yeah.
Oh boy! 8.
You have no idea. Whether it's the dim light, whether it's the stress of the situation you find yourselves in, you can't quite seem to understand the complex calculations that have made whatever this function serves on the wall of the door.
Does it open when pushed? Like,
you push it?
If I get well, no, I'll grab a bone and try and touch it first to see if it does anything dodgy.
No, does nothing. It doesn't seem to react to, like, as you step up to it with the bone and like kind of poke it, doesn't seem to react in any way at all. Not to you, not to the bone, not to the physical forces applied upon
Just
it.
say we'll give it like a good push.
Does it? Does it look like there's any? Oh, okay.
Make a strength check.
I'm not a strength boy, but yes.
I know.
Can I help him?
You may. So that's a save,
Yeah,
by
I'll
the
give
way.
him.
Oh.
I'll give him advantage instead of me rolling separately, if that's okay.
Okay. I was going to
yes.
add the two together, but, you know, that's fine.
Oh, okay. It's up to you.
But it's a cumulative, like, thing. Because it's going to be an 11 plus whatever you roll.
Oh, whatever. Okay. Huh.
You do feel the door nudge in a slight way, but you get the feeling, the way the door reacts. It doesn't move inwards or outwards at all, but
That's wrong.
as the door shifts very slightly from the extremely surprising force of Nivara will incarnate in manifested physically. You do notice that the runes kind of flare with like a red and then go back to dull.
Oh. Can I take some more time to try and study them and see if this is a trap, like a defense system?
You want to do like a take 20 rule?
Yeah, basically.
Okay.
Basically, I want to take my time and actually study.
It's gonna take a while, but yeah, you may.
If Josiah sees Nivara settling down, he'll just be like, yeah, it does. If loads of snake people turn up, we're going to rally, right? Right?
I don't know.
What do you mean?
It only works if we're on the same plane. He was saying a lot of weird stuff, and I don't think we're home right now.
Oh.
Oh.
Well, I trust you. Please get us home at some point.
1 minute goes by.
Yeah.
We need to have a look. And she'll lower her voice at this point to try and not be super loud, if that makes sense.
2 minutes.
Eventually, someone's going to come from Fordall. So, is anything flaring out? Does it look potentially?
I'll get into it. You've only 2 minutes into a take 20 rule.
Okay.
He's in the nave, goddammit.
Maybe hold as if someone comes through that you can immediately, in the net.
Yeah, he'll just stand there with his rapier, like, you can't hold an action to attack because, like, swinging back.
You can be on alert.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Minutes go by. Time continues on. Nervously and tentatively for Josiah, not knowing what's about to happen and not quite understanding what Nivara is doing, and Nivara carefully studying each rune, symbol by symbol, stroke by stroke, trying to decipher the individual meanings behind each word and each letter and each character, and then maybe trying to find out the greater purpose at what the entire equation is at and what it's about. Because the way I see runes, and I explained this in the one shot the other day, Ben, is I see runes and rituals as like, it's like an equation that's written out. And when you're trying to decipher runes and like rituals like this, you're basically trying to reverse engineer the equation to find out by finding out the pieces that have got them to the answer being whatever the purpose is. More time goes and more time goes, and thankfully things are quiet. Or is that not good? It's hard to tell. But eventually the runes start to make sense of themselves after what... And given you're in such a awful space, Josiah, this feels like hours to you. Except Nivara, who has keen mind and knows this took exactly 30 minutes. She also knows North is somewhere, I guess.
Back home.
Yeah.
We left North at home.
The runes are to open the door. However, there seems to be some sort of recognition requirement. Meaning only certain people, or maybe even certain races, can use these doors.
Oh. Can you get us ahead, please?
Yeah, sure. Like, gingerly pass it over. It's probably dripping a little bit.
Gingerly, I'm going to hold it up to where I think is there like the recognition rune, that it has to be... That rune's what's firing off.
Make a deception roll.
I don't have to get the fucking body out the fire, do I?
It's gone.
Yeah, it's gone already.
Oh yeah, you burned that bridge.
That'd be cool.
Can I chronal shift again, seeing that it's not what taking part?
Because this is you basically trying to position and maneuver the head in such a way to mimic living, vaguely. You don't know quite how intelligent the door is, but, you know, you're trying to make it seem like you... Because otherwise, you could hold up a picture of the UNT and it would... You know what I mean? It's like that.
Yeah.
No, I get it completely.
It's basically... Because, like, it obviously has some basic levels of this is a living person, this is a drawing, this is a imitation, this is... But,
I knew I should have... I'm going to have to get myself some deception skills.
But the runes take a moment and they still remain dark, and then just a slight flash of green just shifts across it quickly, and you'll notice the door rises. Doesn't open like a door, it lifts up.
I will immediately get ready to duck under and go the other side.
Make a stealth check. Stealth check.
Stealth? Oh, okay.
Well, if you're... I'm assuming you... Unless you want to be loud and proud.
No, I want to be quiet.
There you go. I assumed as much based on how you said it. Moving out into the hallway.
Do we have it? Sorry, go on.
Go on, well, what are you gonna beg for?
I was wondering if we had any inspiration,
No.
or if Josiah had inspiration.
No.
That he could use.
No.
I thought he did have inspiration.
He might do, but he
Okay.
chose not to use it.
Okay.
It's not my job to remind you. But moving out into the hallway, you notice that it's actually quiet. The sandstone architecture maintains. However, now what you see that the room is fairly well lit. You can see torches and sconces on the wall. To the right as you exit, you can see further down, you can see this large metallic structure that is roughly in the position of where the furnace is on the other side. And you can see that it is working away doing God knows what. It's like working with like a machinery like hum to it. To the left, you can see a wooden door. You can see that there are 3 bolts, one at the top, one at the middle, one at the bottom, that are pushed into the sandstone, locking it from this side, the side you guys are on. The hallway that you're in is probably about 15-20 foot wide, so it's more or less like a small room, actually, thinking about it.
So is there only the door and no other exit from where we are now?
That seems correct, yeah.
Door in, door out. Yeah, okay.
You can see more of the blue line work in the walls, spreading out across and out of the room in different parts of the building that you're in.
Which direction are they moving?
Multiple.
So I know where the furnace is.
Like, they're going in all directions. They seem to be primarily coming from the machinery to the right.
Is there anything else interesting about the machinery on the right?
If you want to go over and inspect it, yeah. I'm sure there's something. Make either a investigation, arcana, or history check.
Ooh.
Depending on how you go about investigating this. The DC is different, and also the information you'll gain is different. Because it depends on how you go about inspecting this thing, because it has so many things to it to learn. But you can only pick one.
I'm gonna go for history. I don't know why, but something's piquing my interest in terms of... 19?
Just give me a second just to double check something, please.
Okay.
Do, do, do. Just give me a sec, I'm just reading.
Cool.
Because again, I don't want to say the wrong thing or get it wrong, because this...
Oh, I got it. Important.
Please.
Indeed.
Yeah, I mean, you would probably be aware of like technology like this becoming prevalent. In I think you remember it being mainly prototyped and tested in probably the 40th century, maybe PK of Terra. And you'd be getting a good idea that it is obviously some power generation device. They are tuned to use multiple different fuel types for the most part, but given what you're looking at here, this one obviously is a combustible generator of some kind.
Wait.
What the power is for
40.
is... What the power is used for, obviously, is... Could be anything, literally.
Josiah's going to start heading to the door with the 3 bolts.
Okay.
And
do you undo
the
the bolts? No, you listen. Ah, good boy. Yeah, I've trained you well. Do a perception check.
I listen at the door.
No, you listen at the door.
A door.
Yeah. Please do it.
I'm not very good at listening at the door.
You're just not good at listening, mate. Let's be honest. Right, so.
Do I hear him being like unstealthy, stomping towards a door?
Well, no, he
slams his head again.
It's not about stealth. It's just about he's very patiently listening.
Oh, I was.
But the problem is,
referring to his previous self.
Yeah, but that was before. He's in a head. He's kind of like afloat with so much at the minute. Considering, I'd imagine for Josiah, this is a lot. Not like, oh my god, I'm panicking, but like this is a lot to try and take in and understand.
Process.
Yeah, so your head's probably going at 10 mile an hour, like thinking of all the things you've heard and seen, and probably trying to logic it that you're not.
This is akin to an alien spaceship for him.
Yeah. But what you do here is a lot of noise. You do hear noise the other side of the door, but it is muffled by the door and mixed with your own distractions. It is really hard to distinguish what it is. It's not a consistent noise. It's up and down. It's all over, like in terms of volume levels. But it's too muffled, and you're too distracted at the moment to really focus and pick out: is it chatter? Is it another machine? Is it combat? Is it spells? You don't know. Is it the distant horse whinnying in a paddock? Who knows? Open the bolts. Find out.
I'm waiting for Naivara to finish her thing first.
Okay.
Upon like the realization, Naivara kind of blinks for a few seconds before kind of standing up a little bit, then sensing that Josiah's looking at her, will kind of turn around. Sorry.
Ready?
Is there anything the other side?
Something. Can't quite make out. Goes away, comes back.
Is this door the only exit in this room? Can I search along the walls to see if I feel any other like divots? Like, is there any other exit? Please. Just
Make an investigation check.
I might just be being silly, but. Oh, not too bad. 18.
Feeling around the room, obviously the one side of the room you know leads back into the burial chamber room, whatever. The other 3, you can't seem to notice or feel anything amiss.
Door light.
No.
I'll then listen at the door.
Perception check.
Again. Dirty 20.
best way to describe the noise you hear outside is the hustle and bustle of a market town. You can hear noises and shouts in languages you don't quite understand, but you recognize the idea and the way things are being said. You hear the sounds of what sounds like clattering of wheel to stone as maybe a cart goes by at one point or something.
Apples here, get your apples.
Can I tell the language that I'm hearing?
Just make a quick history check.
Cool. If needs be, I'll tell you what languages I know.
Please, yeah.
Abyssal, Ancient Tierran, Oran, Common, Elvish, and Giant.
No. You're not too sure, but a safe assumption, given Dol was here and he vaguely referenced being homely, Draconic is a good solid guess, even though you do not know. Draconic is a good guess because that is what Yuan-Ti typically speak outside of Common, although they often prefer to use Draconic because they don't wish to use the humanoid speeches. Draconic is as solid as guess as you can make with that roll, but you do not know.
What's... Can you hear someone?
I can hear a town.
Oh.
It sounds like a Yuan-Ti marketplace. Okay.
Oh, yeah. I mean, if we go out there, they're all just going to be like hissing at us and try and kill us, so I don't know.
Let me think for a minute.
Mm-hmm.
So, if we go out there, our best option would be for me to take you as prisoner and transform into Dol and take you out until we can get to some sort of location, or sneak out and hope that we can quickly move into a alley.
Danny?
Yes?
Like, everyone's got a cloak, right? Everyone's got a cloak in D&D.
No.
Oh.
Only, if I remember right, the Criminals Pack does.
No, it doesn't. It's usually part of your outfit. Like, your clothing has your cloak.
Oh, yeah, no, that's fair. Yeah, no, yeah, you would.
Okay.
I don't think it's part of...
No, because
like,
what it is, in the Criminal Pack, it's the Burglar's Pack, it specifically mentions Cloak with Hood. You haven't,
I
it
didn't
does.
know that.
Cloak is shoulders and down. Cloak with Hood is in the Criminals Pack.
I was looking for Cloak with Hood, to be fair. That's exactly what I needed in this situation.
Yeah, I'll double check, but I'm pretty sure if I remember reading it at one point, because it took me by surprise too, yeah.
How covered in blood is he at the moment?
Very.
I was gonna say, well, not technically, because although you're injured, it was more like frostbite and stuff. So
I cut the head off, mate. That's fair. That head was you
aren't bloody from your own wounds.
Yeah.
Your clothes might be destroyed, just so you know. But I suggest you take off your shirt and your coat.
You'll look and say, "This ain't a ploy, is it?" And then he'll say, "Yeah, he'll take his shirt off." So never mind.
Cool. Smear the blood more on yourself, and I'm gonna shove it in the thing on my pack. In my I'm guessing somewhere. I got loads of different spaces I can put it in the arsenal.
So I need to be really bloody.
Yeah, make yourself.
Okay, and then he'll wring his shirt over himself.
Okay. As when he's doing that, and I imagine he's like goes to move it to hand it back. I'm gonna put manacles on him.
Okay.
And then cast Disguise Self on myself to look like Dol.
Easy enough to do.
Just just before you turn into Dol, you'll probably be like, "This is a fantasy." Oh, like as you turn into Dol, it's like, okay.
This is still a fantasy.
You watch as Dol raises an eyebrow. You're not going to be able to understand anything that I say. I'm going to basically speak mainly in.
I was going to say, you can't speak Draconic.
But they can also speak Abyssal, which I'm kind of hoping there'd at least be something in translation. If push comes to shove. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah. Let me double check. Because you're probably right, but I just want to double check. UNT stat blocks. I mean, I believe you, but...
I can speak Infernal, if that helps, but no, probably not.
The prisoner is going to shut up.
Yeah, no, it's Abyssal and Draconic they know as well, so yeah.
Thank you. I'd assume I'd know that from past
things. It just seems, obviously, the UNT in this area seem to prefer Draconic at the minute, but obviously they should know Abyssal, like a 99% chance.
So I'm gonna pull it the manacles a little bit, and you'll hear Navara say, wearing the face of Dol, "Don't ask any questions. Keep your mouth shut." Understand? As soon as we've done an alleyway, we are going to find the quickest route to whatever sort of teleportation center that these people have.
I mean...
And then I'm going to open the door.
Oh.
Shh. Can I open the door, Danny?
Bolt by bolt by bolt, they draw themselves back, and you open the door to a bright day. Stepping outside, you can start to see you're in a section of what looks like the starts of a very densely packed but modest town. It's incredibly cramped. You can see people, quote marks, going about their day. You see a number of vendors obviously preparing various textiles and foods and alchemical poultices and things like this. You even see, to a degree, a number of enslaved humanoids being made to do many menial tasks. Even to a point, you see many of them pulling handcarts and things like this, doing manual labor. No worries, Han, thank you. Carry on, go
on. So moving through, can I tell if they're dazed at all? Do they look drugged? Yeah, the slaves, essentially.
Perception check?
But at this point we are moving, but I'm moving as if on the edge of the crowd with purpose and everything. Try not to let anybody touch me as well. Perception.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, 17?
Kind of is the answer you get.
Kind of.
Person to person looks different, but you do see some in a deeper state than others. They don't seem to be fully present, or some seem to be in deep stages of what can only be described. They look like methods.
Yeah.
Some that you do see that seem to be a bit more aware is you do see a dwarven female that seems to have a bit more sense about her, and at one point you do see her shout something back in Dwarvish at one of the UNT that he's guiding her, that he's swiftly led by a punch to the side of the face. And he's semi-dragged by the scruff of the collar to somewhere else away from you.
I don't stop to look too much, if that makes sense. No. I'm trying to pretend that this is every day.
These descriptors are as you are moving.
Yeah.
So you're not going to get too much detail, just glances.
Yeah, I'm trying to look if I can spot anything that looks really important, some sort of... I'm looking for
if you're looking for something important, would a borderline pyramid in the center of town look relatively important to you?
That one. Yeah.
Yeah. Currently, you're
You're
currently surrounded in the flats, is what I'm going to call it, where all the buildings are on a similar level that follow mostly the level of the ground, but it's mostly flat, and it is encircled and surrounded by a large stone pyramid-like temple that is erected in the center. And you can see that there are large staircases on two sides, on the north and south side, that lead up to the top. And you can see at different parts of the way up, there are then large platforms that lead into doorways that head inside. So multiple steps of the pyramid. I'm just going to call it a pyramid because it's easier that way. Is being used. The best way to describe it visually is think of like old Incan and Aztec temple type visuals. That's the type of the architecture of the UNT. I'm going. It's going with a very Aztec vibe.
Cool. Into it. Could I also specify that when I was attaching the manacles to Josiah, I did do it so it was just loose enough that he would be able to break it if he put some proper force behind it. Do you know what I mean? Not like super force, but at the same time, if I pull and it's not gonna immediately disengage.
He's still grappled, enough. But the DC's not as high as the full manacles.
Exactly. So I would have like tried to do it somewhere.
So there is still a chance he can fail, mind you, because he's not a strong.
Oh no, I know. But it's more he won't be able to move out of 10 feet range of me because that's how long the chain is. I'll go for that if that's okay with you, Danny. Like 10, 15 feet, whatever you want to do. But yeah, I'm moving with purpose.
Manacles are just like handcuffs. You then have to attach like a rope or a chain to the chain in the between to like without.
That's fine. I'll just be holding it in the center bit between the two.
That's fine.
I'm just moving with purpose towards. Like nothing's quite. I'm not focusing on things bit by bit, but I'm still taking a mental note down. Like if I spot things that I might want to revisit later.
Well, another thing you do notice as you're progressing through the town, and as you've spotted this large structure, and you're like, that is important. You do notice that a lot of the UNT that are around seem to watch you with extreme caution and care. Specifically you, not other UNT are getting this visual treatment. And they watch very intently what you do. Almost like you farted in an elevator and now everyone's looking at you sort of thing.
Oh, so is it with less with respect and more with derision, or what kind of vibe am I getting? Like, does it seem like this is dull? Do you know what I mean? Fuck, it's dull. Celebrity. Yeah, there we go. Come on. Well, not too bad. 11.
Hard to tell. UNT aren't known for their wide array of expressions, just like Christian Stewart. They are quite emotionless, and with their eyes just unblinkedly staring at you, following you. Once you go past a certain point, they tend to scurry off and continue with whatever work they were doing, but you are getting heavy attention passing through these streets.
Cool. Keep moving, like it happens every day.
Hey, can I get a performance check from you?
18.
I gotta check something. I have to check a spell. I'm pretty sure I know how it works, but I just want to... because of things.
Okay.
Yeah, a lot of weird shit, okay?
Nice. Spell heavy,
Ah! Okay, yeah, it works like I think it does. Okay.
What row?
Row! Continuing through the streets, and you keep seeing these oars struck. You see the fear, maybe. You see the envy. You see the hate. It's hard to tell. And Josiah, you obviously see this too, and you see the enslaved being used. And I would argue that not every UNT has a person under their control, but there is enough humanoids under captivity here that it does make you... It makes you reflect a little bit, because it's heavy shit to consider when you grand scheme of things and all that. It's probably a rough ratio is maybe 2 to every 10, 2 captives to every 10 Yuan-Ti maybe at this stage, but as Yuan-Ti are known for, that is never going to shrink. They're always looking for more. And it's so weird. For such evil intended creatures to do things like that, to see such a normal functioning town, almost, it's unsettling a little bit to see how normal the average Yuan-Ti can truly act, despite knowing the truth of what they are potentially capable of, and what they are capable of in the sense of Dol and Gissa and other creatures similar.
Come back from the bone pit, yeah.
Yeah, it's like, it's such a surreal thing, because you even at some point see, like, what looks like Yuan-Ti hatchlings almost. You see young hatchlings. They're not, like, running around and playing and shit, but you notice that there are clearly child-sized Yuan-Ti that are going about tasks, and you can see that they are working to some degree as well. There is an essence of, like, child labor to a degree. But they seem to be working with a purpose. They converse with other larger adult Yuan-Ti, and it's such a functioning town. It's not very big, but it's dense. It's incredibly dense. And you continue your way through, and eventually the slopes start to give up higher a little bit as you've probably walked up a hill slightly without quite knowing, and you turn around and you see that the building that was far away is now lower down than you. And what you do see, now you're a bit further away, you'll be able to see it easier, is you see large metallic rods that stick out of the wall of that building in different points on the sides and on the top. And then you can see large cables that move throughout the town to specific buildings, not every building. And again, the real life equivalent would be, it looks like you were in a power station of some sort. And it looks like these cables are maybe supplying arcane energies to specific buildings. Again, for purposes, could be infinite, almost. It could be anything from as simple as a light to something as complex as a war machine. It's hard to tell. We're following. But eventually you'll start making your way up the steps, and what you'll notice first is, in your head, Nivara, in Draconic, but you'll hear a message be relayed to you in a stern feminine voice.
Huh?
As you start making your way up the steps, in your head, hear the voice of a stern, feminine woman say something in Draconic. You have a chance to reply.
Reply in Abyssal.
Yeah, I'll reply in Abyssal and just say...
What do you say?
I'm coming back now. Yeah. Basically, I'm coming back now.
Okay. Now, the first thing is, do you go right to the very top, or do you stop at one of the multiple platforms on the way with doorways heading in?
I think I'll go for a platform.
And by the very top, I mean, like, there is a doorway that leads to, like, somewhere at the top. It's not like the top of the pyramid, it's like a flat top.
Actually, can I see where... So, I'm imagining that where these, like, things are coming in, that they're clearly then attaching to what looks like those arcane glyphs, and then there's, like, lights heading up. I'm imagining it's almost like a generator that's being, like a power battery.
Essentially, the building you were in was a power station, essentially.
Yeah. So can I tell where all the power is going in this structure? Like, do I
into
see
the main
lots
structure?
of things
To
heading
the very top.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's heading to the top.
I'm looking for the thing that has basically is taking the most power out of
in
the
this
city.
building. There seems to be only one power cable that is connected from the main power station you were at, and it goes up through the stages of the side of the pyramid, but it's at the very top where the wire goes into the wall.
Cool. I'm going for the top then.
Okay. Making your way to the very top. Yeah.
Quick question. So the sending thing, I don't know if this. I know sending, right? Because I have
message.
Sending.
I was just
a
looking
message.
Message is a creature you can see within range.
Point towards a creature.
I was double checking because, like sending, you have to specify the creature.
Yeah, but that one's a point and click.
So if someone sees Doll and points their copper wire and casts message on you, thinking you are Doll, you are going to receive it.
Okay, cool.
That's what I was checking.
Do I see any doors open?
Checking.
Yeah, cool. Do I see any doors open or people looking out at me currently on the building?
At the moment, no. But you do notice that the opening at the top is open. So maybe if someone was up there that cast message, maybe they've gone inside.
Okay. But that's clearly where all the power is going, meaning that whatever machinery I might need might be in that top.
Yeah.
Yeah. Cool. I think I would make the educated decision to go to where the power is.
Yeah, I think it's fair. You eventually make your way to the top, slowly being cautious, and you'll
What's Josiah doing?
He's just following. He's doing his classic prisoner thing in the minute.
I think
maybe wide open eyes,
occasionally
what the fuck is going on?
Maybe occasionally playing along, you'll tug against them, making like Nora have to yank you a little bit.
Oh.
Just play
maybe. Yeah. I think he's trying to look more defeated because he's just covered in blood. Like he just looks.
He's playing the part. He'll deal with the trauma later. I get it. Cool. So yeah, sorry, Danny, carry on.
You'll eventually get to the top of the stairs, and you'll see where it plateaus out, and then you'll see about 4 or 5 foot in front of you there is a flat platform to stand upon, and then you can see an archway where the doors have opened inwards. You can see it's well lit inside, and you can see what looks initially to be you can see a desk, and you can see like some paperwork and things like this, like an office of some sorts.
Cool. Is there any door moving from this room?
There are 2, one to the left and one to the right.
Cool. I'm gonna look on the desk quickly and just see what potentially is being.
Yeah. So you walk into the room and you look at the desk and
looking behind the door as well to make sure that there's nobody behind that door that we've just come through.
Well, that is where things get interesting, because as you walk in and go towards the desk and then think to check behind you. Give me a moment. Does a 21 hit?
God.
Yeah, it hits me.
Oh God. Okay. You take 14 points of slashing damage as you see a tall, toned, feminine Yuan-Ti in a purple, traditional, like, ritual dress kind of gouge at you with this blade, and then spit venom in terms of draconic tones towards you, talking down to you.
We need to try and rally. As Desire will try and snap his.
But whatever is being said after the attack happened, and like you kind of like recoil a moment and like hold like your face because it gouges you like across the face.
The attack does.
Yeah, the weapon attack. It's a scimitar that she's hit you with. And then she begins to berate you intently, and you can tell, even though you don't speak the language, you know when you're getting your shit chewed out. In Draconic.
Is this Gissa?
It looks very much like her. And she's chewing your shit out.
Oh, right, I'll hold for a second. So he'll I will sort of stand up and try and break my straight a little bit, and then realise, or maybe actually the disguise is holding for a second.
Do you respond?
I'll kind of try and look. He looks. So the image that I want to give is like Dol, almost like as he's shouting, lowering his eyes and acting a little demurely. Do you know what I mean? Like he's taking the. I don't know what she's saying, but yeah, a little bit like not trying to rise to someone else kicking off because they're in the right.
I will also like to remind you that Yuan Ti society's not as extreme as Dre, but he's extremely matriarchal.
Big snake mummies, yeah.
Mm-hmm. And she kind of points at you during the beratement and points to the room. Points to the door, sorry. As you walk in, it was on your left, so she's pointing to her right. And then goes to grab the manacles of Josiah.
What would I do? What would I do? What would I do? What would I do?
She's shouting, like she's berating you, points at you, and then points at the door. And then, like, as she goes to almost like without touching you, but she's almost like moving around, like she doesn't even want to touch you, but she's almost without physically touching you, trying to push you. And she goes to take the manacles out of your hand, almost disgusted at your presence a little bit.
Josiah would say, "Might be a good time to rally," under his breath. Like,
We can't. Fuck. Okay, she goes to do that. I'm gonna quickly. Momentary stasis her and hopefully stop her in her tracks.
How does that work? Tell me.
If you let me, we can't, dude. I'll explain all in like 2 minutes. We can't rally.
Why don't we try?
Right, tell me what momentary stasis does, please.
Okay.
Is it? I'm assuming it's a spell, right?
No, it's not a spell.
Right. Okay.
It's an ability I do basically. I'm really sorry. I'm panicking a little bit. I'm not quite sure what I should be doing. I just know rally's not it. There we go. As an action, you can magically force a large or smaller creature you can see within 60 feet of you to make a Constitution saving throw. Unless the saving throw is a success, the creature is encased in a field of magical energy until the end of your next turn, until the creature takes any damage. My hope is to stop it for 6 seconds so we can get through one of the doors, bar it behind us, and then just move quickly as we can do to whatever basically the place.
Con save, did you say?
Con save.
18.
18. Wait. I'm so sorry. Having a little panic.
I can tell. I've got follow-up questions depending on I will allow you in a second. I need to clarify how this shit's playing out first.
Could I?
Well, hang on. Does it?
I think it succeeds, but I think I can do silvery barbs to stop it from succeeding. If you'd allow me to do that, because silvery barbs is a reaction.
Right. Sure.
So she rolls another d20 essentially.
Yeah, so I'm assuming you're making the 15 be re-rolled, right?
Yes, please.
An 11. Which would then...
No, that fails then.
Which goes to a 14.
Yeah, that's definitely a fail. It's 10 plus your... So, your DC is 8 plus your proficiency which
plus
is 3,
spellcast modifier.
So I'm at a 15 currently. That's why I needed to undo the thing. Right, let me make sure. I know, I'm so sorry. Fast thinking. And then I immediately pull the manacles and I'm going towards that door.
The door she pointed to, or the other one?
I'll say the other one. I think
Which one? Bedroom. Yeah, the other one. Let's go the other one. Make a split decision.
Okay. You make a bolt for the other door while she's currently frozen in place as if all her joints have just locked and held, almost like a hold person spell. And you break through the other door and you find a ornately decorated bedroom. that seems to be extremely well furnished. You can see large lavish beds, you can see large pieces of decor and quaint energies like around the room, like the feeling of it. You know.
Is there any other exit from this room? Oh, sorry,
no,
Danny,
there is not. Directly in front of you, you see what looks to be like an extremely large bed, larger than a double bed. And you can see to the right, you can see what looks to be essentially a area that is a multi-purpose area that is like for bathing and for dressing, but it looks to be of a style where, you know, when you're so aristocratic, you have people come and dress you sort of thing. And it's like she would sit like on a stool or something and people would like adorn her and things like this. To the left, you see what looks to be a small metallic device, is the way I'm going to describe it, that's sat upon a large wooden table, and you can see the wire connecting to it that has come through the wall.
Looking to the device, do I recognise any similarities?
History check.
Cool. Oh my god. Natural 20.
Nice.
I'm sorry, I am freaking out a little bit now. I feel like we're running out of time, and I'm like moving over it. Like Josiah is literally being dragged behind.
I'm going to give the chance for Josiah to do a reaction, because after this check, she's going to be free.
Can I break my shackles whilst I'm sort of getting
strength check. Let me double check the DC of manacles, and then obviously take a couple points off.
No.
Yeah, no.
I think getting yanked around the room is
yeah. Well, what it is, they were DC 20. I would have made it a DC 15. No, get fucked. So yeah, you try and pull on them like in a panic, but you realize, I think in Nivara's tense, like, fuck, and probably being slashed with a scimitar didn't help either. She clamped down with her hands on. She clamped down with the chains a little bit, and you almost heard one of them clink as it fully clicked in. But looking at the device, you don't know of this machine, but you get a good idea looking at some of the components and the devices sticking out from it, what its purpose might be. Nivara would be knowledgeable of potions of longevity, correct?
Yeah, I would assume so.
Well, you see one of them currently upside down, being boiled, and slowly it's going into the machine. Like you can see it slowly bubbling and percolating. A very obvious potion of longevity with a nat 20, and it's going into this machine, and then you can see what looks like a funnel attached to a pipe that is on the front of the machine, and you can see some of the knobs and twirly devices. It looks like a machine that is used for potions of longevity. And there is no other use for potions of longevity other than the obvious.
So does it make
that?
No, it's
no, it looks like the one that has been put into the top is being sucked into the machine. Again, the best way to describe it would be like a ventilator system type thing in the real world. It looks like
a ventilator.
A sort of. I'm trying to give a real life description. Like that's the real life equivalent. It looks like some of the. Yes. It synthesizes the potion of longevity into like a mist that is breathable.
Oh. Can I guess what this could be doing?
I've just there is no other purpose for a potion of longevity other than extending one's life. The machine obviously is in some manner a means of distributing or administering. You know what I mean?
Nivara, we need to get out of here. I need to get out the shackles. Like fancy snake.
Can I open the shackles? Yeah. Yep. Can I open the shackles?
Next turn.
Yeah.
Because as as she kind of. So, it's you then. hearing Josiah scream out Nivara's name. It was weird.
Can I drop the phone?
I didn't
Carry
think
on,
Dol
sorry.
would ever dare talk to me like that. And
He
yeah,
just said, come in.
He didn't talk.
you did in the message spell. You spoke back to her with sass.
Oh no, I just said
That's
I'm
why
coming,
she was
but I
waiting
didn't
by
realise
the
that was
door
that.
to fucking gas you. Because it was kind of like a... And you'll probably get this now with a bit of thoughtfulness after. It was kind of like she slashed you and berated you, kind of like that. How fucking
fuck
dare
you
you
mean?
talk to me like this?
Yeah.
She turns to like... And like... Points the scimitar.
Is it the door shut? Because we went to the next room.
You burst through it, but you never shut it. You opened the door and rushed in, and then Nivara started looking at the machine, and you tried to break your manacles. Because although we're not
This
in
has
initiative
all
order,
space-
it's in
Yeah,
literally everything
please.
that's just gone on is 6 seconds. So I'm trying to be. That's what I'm trying to go through very slowly, because second by second almost. And she will just kind of point at the question. What are you doing in this place?
Quite honestly,
Trying to... Oh,
you,
go on, Desire,
I'll
your cat
allow
now.
you both equip. Don't worry.
we kind of got a bit lost.
Looking for a way to go home.
Can certainly take you home. That is your desire.
I thought you would wish to kill us.
There are fates worse than death. And as you ponder on your response, I must give the poor boy his medicine. Give me a moment.
Can we just try the cube, for the love of God? To see
We can't.
Why
I know you
not?
really want to. Dude, think.
You think we're in another plane, but what happens if we're not?
We're not in another plane. I'm gonna wait until Danny comes back because this feels bad.
Where the fuck are we then? I don't...
Do this in character. Then it'll be a bit of a different story, but I can't say it out of character. It's sworn to secrecy. I'll be back in a second.
Right, I'm back.
Oh,
The kitten
Rose
has
is gone now.
Oh, fuck's sake. I was only here a second.
Well, she's like teased me with saying like something's going on she can't tell me and it needs to be in character, and then she left. And now I'm like, what's going on?
You've been edged and then you've been left.
Yeah, I'm just like, what's
Ben.
going on?
Oh.
Who am I? Where am
Ben,
I?
I'm
Why can't
sorry,
we use
but-
the cube?
Just use the goddamn cube, please.
Use the cube, but we can't use the cube apparently. But I don't know.
I'm surprised she
why.
hasn't tried using the cube, honestly.
Well, she's determined that we're somewhere else, but I don't know where that somewhere else is.
What are you?
Where am I?
You're like that child at the mall. Mom, can we go home? Mom, where am I?
Yeah, if a child was fucking shackled, like covered in blood, yeah.
Yeah. I mean, it's not entirely out of the question.
Yeah.
I've seen demented children before.
Oh God, Rose, like, come on, come back.
Sorry, I really needed to pee.
Okay. So, she responded
what did I
with,
miss?
when you said, "Why I thought you'd want to kill us," she said, "There are fates worse than death. I will gladly
What?
take you back to your home.
No.
There are things that are payment for such services.
What?
Indulge yourself in a concoction of ours.
No.
Can we use the
Never.
cube? It's just eyes just like, use the cube.
Navarro will turn around and just be, are you really this stupid now?
Yes!
If we were to use the cube, we will transport ourselves probably to the bottom of the ocean, or wherever currently the boat rests.
What?
Never. You don't need to take us home, just point us in the direction of your device, and I will make sure that we get home and out of your hair, at least for the foreseeable future.
No. We
I
use
will
our
never turn myself
primary
in.
function of travel is through our spells.
What? To get back? I assume that you have my designs and my calculations. Why have you not been using them yet then?
Kind of takes a couple steps back towards the main door in which you guys entered. Keeping
follow her,
a
I'm not
keen eye on
stopping.
you.
You know what I am capable of, no?
Not entirely yet. We have only met twice up till this point.
Time
But
has not yet
already
risen itself.
enough, I know enough to equip certain people with augments.
Yes, we met, doll.
And she will kind of hiss out in Draconic out of the double doors. Down, like outside the pyramids.
What do you mean? Oh, is she back at the double doors?
She slowly backed up to the double doors and then she's hissed something outside.
So she's
In
at the
Draconic.
double doors then?
About 2 or 3 feet from you.
So she's at the edge of the doors that goes out onto the platform.
Yeah.
And there's the door behind us, right? The other one that we didn't go through.
Well, you said you were following us, so the way I'm imagining it is she's vaguely stood by the double doors to the, like, there's the main entrance to this area. And you are somewhere in between her and the doors you went through. So, like, semi in the middle of the room, but to the side slightly.
Can you pop these
Oh,
shackles
point-
whilst we're having this conversation?
Yeah, can I take off the shackles?
Yeah?
Would that be acceptable? But keeping my eye on her. And
Well, actually,
if she
as you
gets
go,
anywhere
as you
near
go
to-
to undo the shackles, she'll kind of take a step forward and, like, point the blade. I think we need to leave him where he is. For now.
No. No.
Do you continue to try? Because I will warn you, there is a very good chance she will attack.
How wide is the platform?
The platform.
Yeah.
What you on about? The room?
No, the platform
Right, hang on.
outside. How wide is that platform?
Give me a sec. It's gonna be really shit, but I'm gonna draw a map.
No, the only reason I'm asking, Danny,
No, I
is
know,
can
I
I
know.
push her off the edge of it? Is that
This is
able
why
to
I'm
be
drawing
done, or
a
is
map.
it quite
This is why I'm drawing a
okay.
map. Because right, so
Okay.
these are the double doors in. They're the double doors to that room. So I'm just gonna use doll just because. So like, I would imagine, I imagine, because you two burst in here like this, because you're pulling Josiah,
Yeah.
and she was sort of like here, took a couple steps back, You followed in.
We would have followed though in.
Like that. And then I'd also imagine you probably in front because of Josiah being pulled. And then as you've gone to undo them, she stepped forward like this to you. But that is roughly where she is now. And then obviously outside, the platform is about 5 feet. There's the ledge, and then this is where the stairs start then going down.
There is no leaving it, Josiah.
I mean the shackles.
Yeah. Let us go. You say that there was first fates were more worse than death.
Yes. I'm more than happy to return you to where you found your way here. You just need to drink.
You said. I'm not drinking any of your vile spit. I refuse to. I will not turn into one of those.
I'll drink your spit, mummy. I mean, sorry. Snake eat mummy.
I would never do that. I know what that stuff does to people. Because if I did, I will become your slave willingly, and I will not do that. I will leave here today.
And you will.
Or dead.
You will leave. You just need to drink. Say you. Looking at you, Josiah. Well, actually, she knows your name because... No, did Nivara say it in her presence? I know Nivara's name got said.
No.
I don't think Josiah's name. So she goes you and says to you, Josiah, do you wish to leave? I will allow you to leave with no more injuries than you found yourself in here now.
No. What did Ben just say then?
I didn't hear.
I said we'll leave together or not at all, is what he said. Because it sounded like she was saying, well, you can leave if you want to.
Well, it's because Nivara's declining is the point. So she's asking you the question.
Oh, he's like, oh...
Because Nivara said no to the chance to leave without being heard.
I'll drink for both of us to go.
No.
That is permissible. I will allow this. And she will take a step over. She will take a step over to here. You may do an attack of opportunity if you wish, just as a pointer.
I mean, if you've got a better plan,
to there, because hang on, let's quickly.
It doesn't seem like we have one.
She does, as she turns her back.
Yeah, so as she gets to here, then she
goes... Momentary stasis again.
She was here, and then she went to there to go round the desk.
Yeah, I'm gonna try momentary stasis again.
We're gonna fucking die.
Okay.
Well, this is it. We're gonna die, or you're going to die anyway. Because if you get that stuff in your system, you might as well
22.
be dead.
22.
Silvery Barbs on the 19.
Okay. Fail.
Cool. And then I'm rushing into the other room. I'm gonna leave Josiah behind if he's willing to do something like that. Knowing what's going on.
He doesn't. He has. No one's told him fucking anything. He's just like.
Fine then. Run. And I run into the other room, and I'm just going to keep going. If I see anything that looks remotely like a time travel plate, I'm going to get on it and take Josiah with me. I'm just going.
It's another bed. It's Doll's little fucking...
It's literally Doll's little shit shack. But...
As I see, it's not. Is there a door?
Well, hang on.
No?
As you run in, you turn to the right, and you can see, like, this room is the same width as the other room, but obviously it's got about half of the length. It's cramped. It's borderline a closet, and you can see Doll's like hobby hole has been in the right side, but on the left side there is boxes and crates stacked up. It's Doll's bedroom storage room. Think Harry Potter under the stairs type deal. It's cramped. So you burst in.
And there's nothing in here as well. There's no way of us getting home. Fuck.
Is there nothing like spell scrolls or anything?
There's boxes and crates. There's her desk.
look on her desk. I'll go to the crates and
There's
start
papers on
just
the desk,
quickly looking.
but you can see, Josiah, that there are drawers. I will say, during the rush, and do you wish to unmanacle Josiah properly?
Yes, please, if that's okay.
I will allow it. That's what I'm saying. Because otherwise, Josiah's going to have a hard time searching the desk.
Yeah. I assume I just literally just rip it off him. It's getting slung across the ground, like...
In this room?
No. The desk. The desk is... Yeah. Where you've just ran to is where you came in.
Alright, got you.
Both of you make investigation checks.
Ugh. I wasn't feeling it, now I am feeling it.
Is the dread coming?
Yeah.
Oh no.
Literally, either we die or we die. There's no option. Like, if you get that stuff into your system, I'll explain all, but yeah, we can't fucking do anything. We're trapped.
You start pulling at drawers, and you see some papers.
Can I burn an inspiration?
If you have one.
Yeah, I do.
Go for it.
Because, yeah.
This is important, I get it.
No, did that click? No, it didn't. No, not any better.
You start pulling at drawers and you see some paperwork. You see like inks and quills, and you see like pots of different coloured inks, and you see what looks like stamps for like wax seals and things in the top drawer. In the second drawer, you see what looks to be 2 potions, red in colour, stereotypically looking potions of healing. You also see a ornate dagger of some description, as well as a pouch that's sealed. You don't know what it contains. The bottom shelf, the final shelf on the one side you're on, you pull it open and you see a wooden box that looks to be shut, and you can open it if you wish.
Yes.
You see 3 vials of white liquid inside.
Ugh.
Are you satisfied?
No, but...
No!
Not what I'm looking for, but sure. Yeah, I will throw him against the wall. Like, fuck it.
Okay.
You've seen me do it before.
No roll needed. Easy enough to do. You just kind of throw it against the wall and the box
Tear me
breaks.
apart, Gesser.
Now to Nivara, who rolled pretty good. You see, cracking open the boxes, you can see, like, different alchemical ingredients. You can see what looks to be a crate of potions that have all been, like, stored, like with their necks, like, locked so they don't shift and move. In one crate, you can see what looks to be, weirdly enough, you can see a crate that has got small containers, and inside you can hear the jingle of currency and coin, as this crate probably contains stupid amounts of money. You see other crates with gemstones, and probably some that might be magical, but it's hard to really tell in the panic, but like large stones of bright, vivid colour. You also see other like minor weaponry and things like this, but it looks better than the average weaponry. You don't like see any like magic scrolls or anything like that. I will say, although Dol was and used to be obviously a heavy spellcaster, Gissa never protruded herself as such. She came across more of a martial fighter, if that makes sense.
Yeah, but this is Dol's room, so we'll just have a little...
No, it will. It's basically... Dol only has a quarter of the room. The rest is storage, is more the point. Yeah, he isn't allowed to have a full room. And the stasis ends again.
Assume I got my rapier on me. Okay,
yeah.
Right.
Is this how you really wish to play this?
Not really, but it looks like... Can't we just fucking go? Like, we're clearly annoying enough to just let us walk. I assume we're in a different fucking time thing, because when the Nivara starts talking about time shit, like, it's difficult for me to understand.
And you kind of like watch as like the pieces start to click together based on what's being said by you two. And you kind of watch the eyes glint and sparkle for a moment. Oh, that is what you think this is? She starts like almost like humoring herself at this point, laughing towards both of you.
I still say
yeah.
you, because why did he try to
Naivara, is it?
Yeah, you notice that she's been trying to edge round the room to get past her.
As you kind of like do that, she's gonna step right up to you and kind of like hand on the wall, lurch down over you. But she has the left hand on the wall, lurching down over you, like slightly bent because she has to, because she's tall. And she has got the blade at her side on the right hand, and it is the sharpened edge is like pointed towards like your midsection, ready to swing if need be. Speak interesting words. Tell me, how much do you know? And she'll kind of press the blade right up against like your shirt. Where did you find this information?
What do you mean? Can you specify?
You speak interesting words about different lengths of time and places. Where?
Have I?
How?
I don't know what you mean. I barely said anything about time.
Just pointed it out. When Joe Naivara speaks of different times and it's all fucky. Speak.
You mean to tell me you don't know?
I wish to know how you know and what you know.
What is the year currently?
Kind of takes a moment to like think. 3722.
3722.
Mm-hmm.
What's our year?
3722.
Oh.
Sorry, Danny. 2 seconds. You mentioned that the technology looks like it's from the 40th century, correct?
It does, yeah.
Which means it would be from the 3900s, roughly.
Yes, that's correct.
Okay, cool. Which is more advanced than what I would know it to be. Anyway.
And more advanced of what should be here, yes.
Cool. Oh.
But
sorry, I
will
thought
point
we
out,
were in the future.
Yeah, and obviously, putting that 2 and 2 together, either items have possibly been brought back, or information has been brought back, or people with said information. You know what I mean?
Why don't you ask your friends?
Can I walk up to Naivara? I'm just gonna like be non-.
Well, actually, she's gonna press the blade in, but she's not gonna do a full attack. She's just gonna press it in, and it's only gonna do like partial damage on it. It's gonna do
if
1
she does
point
any damage to me, I'm dead. At 1 point, okay. I can withstand one.
Well, it was a D2, but so yeah. I am aware of the things that go on here. I just want to know how you have come to possession of all this.
Can we?
If you step any closer, boy,
No,
I will
I'm not.
slit her ear to ear. I can bring her back if need be if she refuses to answer now, so killing her is not a problem. And dead women can't not drink. Remember this. Sate the lips, and when you're reborn, you will have no choice but to drink. So tell me, who are you? And where did you get your names and informations?
I know exactly who you are, Gissa, Avianti. Exactly what you plan to do. But I will not tell you another word by any means necessary. I will make sure you fail. Let my friend go. You can kill me if you want. Bring me back. I do not care. Let him go.
Why? Why kill you and spare him? You care for this one?
He will save us all. I'm certain of it. I can't.
She is, because, like, although she's not actually touching you with the hand that's on the wall, she's going to attempt to grapple check you at the moment. Obviously, I'm going to assume you're going to try and resist, so you may roll your athletics or acrobatics now.
If I can, and also doing it, if she goes to try and grapple me, if I can get under her arm.
She's essentially trying to throw you.
Acrobatics.
That is going to be a 14. She's a bit more on the Dexy side, but she has got decent enough strength. She's like how you're built, Josiah. She's a Dex-based martial fighter.
So she's going to throw me then?
Yeah. Make a Dex save just to see if you land on your feet or if you skid on your ass, just real quick. It's not super high because she's not throwing you very far because, like I said, she's not super strong.
Oh, where were you 2 minutes ago? Hey! 21.
Okay, so you kind of like skitter to like, and you kind of hit off the wall here, as she throws you. Then this one can't live. And she's going to take a step forward and make an attack roll. Josiah, I will allow a reaction if you have anything that's worthy of reaction.
Would I be able to do something in a second?
Yes.
Can I use an action? Or...
It's going to be a miss, but yeah, you. I think we're going to go. I'm going to go into turn order now because things are going to get dicey.
Okay, why? I need to know why we can't use the cube. I'm very, very confused.
We can. If we were in the future, we wouldn't have been able to use the cube because we were ended up wherever the boat is. It doesn't traverse against time.
But we can now.
Yeah, because we are still in the year that we are in. I thought we were in the future.
You overthink things.
How did I? There was loads of technology and loads of dead. That meant that we possibly could have been in the future.
It's fine. It's fine. One of us will get killed. The other one can rally out with the body. It's fine.
No, I'm gonna rally. Yeah, that's what my plan is. Don't worry.
Roll initiative.
They're arguing. There we go. Shit.
Well, Nivara, big boy rolls no needed. Oh shit.
14.
Just out of curiosity, Ben, how much health do you have?
Hopefully enough.
No, I just want to know because I'm
53 HP
left.
Yeah.
Oh, you're fine. Like, no, Nivara said she was fucked up. I was like,
yeah, I only took one hit in the fight.
Right. Oh yeah, it was a big hit. Though.
I was hoping that you would see that Naya was planning that you would hopefully go for Josiah because she's got less HP. So if you go for Josiah, he could probably tank a hit. So she was.
Well, it's that bait.
I mean, she's into him a little bit, but she's feigning more than anything. Does that make sense?
It was the reason why she attacked Josiah. It's that bait and switch of pick one to live, one must die, and then you pick the opposite of what they pick just to fuck with them. Like, kill me, let Josiah live.
I think no.
Completely. That's what her plan was. That's what Naya wanted.
Again, like Josiah, you are like quarterback with the charge.
Diving for my life, yeah.
And she's kind of like ducking under the door to like reach in and like swing at you, and you're able to like step back and out the way. Man, not bad, Josiah.
Is Nivara doing like a?
I'm reaching in my bag at this point.
Rally, okay. Disengage, you'll just run to Nivara.
Cool. I'm going to use the cube, taking Josiah with me.
Can I do one thing as she's getting the cube ready?
Go for it.
Hold up Doll's head with my middle finger up.
I don't know what to say.
Fair enough. And the cube is
Stressed.
pressed.
Yeah, I'm taking us to the I guess Ways Rest.
There we
Trying
go.
to decide between Full of Chaos or Ways Rest, but fuck.
And you land, like, because Nivara, you were kind of leaning against the wall, so as you like teleport, you kind of fall backwards and fall prone fully.
Yep. And she just kind of lies.
And like Josiah, like as you were basically running at Nivara, and as you kind of like grab a hold of her to be a part of the cube, you fall with her and land clean on top of her.
Yeah, with head probably.
Yeah, like no, you're holding the bloody head that like kind of bounces off the floor and rolls away. But yeah, like Nivara like lands falling on her back, and then Josiah, you land clean on top of her.
Oh, shit! Sorry. Well, I guess is that where we stop it? Because probably.
I'll allow a quick moment.
No,
I want to let
yes, we have a moment.
I want to let the moment breathe before we cut it.
Yeah. Let it cook.
I want to let it cook. I'm going to give you 5 or 10 minutes, whatever you needed.
I don't use the cube. Jesus
I
Christ!
fucking told you.
I know. Yeah.
Idiots can't be right, you know.
Idiot savant, baby.
And it will just sort of like, are you okay though? Shit.
And she kind of pulls that. Yeah, I'm guessing the doll, like vision disappears, and you see Naya is.
I think you
extremely,
dropped it. I think you dropped it when.
Yeah,
we got
we're talking
anyway.
with Gissa.
Yeah.
Yeah. You see that half of her face, like down and over her, down her neck, and you can assume her shoulder is completely bruised.
She
has a large gash on her.
I was gonna say that gash from the scimitar attack probably went from like your right temple down across like your cheek and ear and like to the back of your neck almost. It was a nasty gash. She max damaged it.
What level we are? 7. So you'll just be like, hold still, hang on, and you'll like hold his hand to her head, where like the scar and the bruising is, and you'll do a 4 dice infernal conduit. That's his amount he can do. What's it? A D6, D10. Ooh.
Given how this episode finished, I might still put it on YouTube. Just cut the dead bit off.
Cut the fight. Yeah.
Yeah, you get 14 HP.
Oh, thank you. I'm guessing the gash like heals up across her face.
Yeah.
It scabs up, yeah, and it might leave a scar. Well, whether it leaves a scar or not is whether Rose would like some extra flavour seasoning on her character.
No, I don't want it to leave a massive scar across her face.
It didn't have to be a massive scar. It could have just been a line. I was just going to leave it because technically healing magic will subjugate the need of a scar, but I just want you could have had one if you wanted. I was giving you the option.
Just I will sit back. Like it looks tired from casting that magic. Like it looks drained. You'll sit back, like on the edge of the boat by the wall, like just sort of panting for a second.
Seeing you do that, Naya's going to kind of see her scramble up, and she heads immediately below deck. And you can watch as she's going to basically get everybody who was below deck to get above deck now.
Well, actually,
like,
the ship is empty at the minute.
Okay.
It seems
completely empty.
Your crew are currently obviously performing duties and tasks. It would seem.
I have a question.
Yes.
Wasn't this when the carpenters are working? So have we just like arrived?
No.
Oh.
Yesterday in game, Montrose was going to tell word to the carpenters to start gathering the materials. It's going to take a couple more days to get the materials, then they're going to be delivered to the ship, then work. So work won't start for another couple days. But for whatever reason, you've got Shell, Montrose, Ike Tyke, and Doll Macy, the good Doll.
Good Doll.
Yeah, good Doll. Because Doll's your old half-orc carpenter. Yeah, none of them are on the ship at the minute.
Fuck. So she doesn't do that, and so she scrambles up and she's just pacing.
Yeah, you probably scrambled down to like clear the deck if need be, and then like they're gone, so it's like fucking alright.
Okay. So that's Snake Pit.
You think so? Could you tell?
Do you know where North was?
Well, I've never been there.
Yeah, just for the kind of shift ping. Yeah, that's Snake Pit Isle that she's on about.
Yeah, I'm just saying.
Yeah, that's what I
Tell
think.
that's why we were like. Could you tell like on the top of the pyramid like? Could she figure it out? Is what I'm saying. Is that what?
No, I just know that there is no place currently that would have that level of Yuan-Ti commerce, people's population.
Well, just as a rough guesstimate, you probably think, based on the dense population that you saw, you probably reckon that it's probably about 600-700, maybe.
Mm-hmm.
Give or take. It's hard to really guess based on the little you saw.
We know that no one else has heard of the Yuan-Ti. Every time we ask, people don't know what's going on, meaning it wouldn't be any near any main settlements.
Agree.
Fuck. Okay, don't drink that poison that they are offering to you, okay?
No, but I thought we were about to fucking die. Like, you made me think that that cube wouldn't work, so, like...
I was hoping for more information. I was faking her out.
I don't know this. You don't tell me anything.
I don't know nothing.
I don't know nothing.
Nobody tells me nothing.
I was trying to get me and you out alive, like... If you don't trust me, I'm going to end up getting in your way. Like, that is... You got to trust people now, Laura, to actually work together.
I know that, but... We got out, at least. And we are both okay about our faculties.
Yes.
Learnt my lesson. I will not be pushing any buttons in Yuan-Ti ruins again.
No.
That's your lesson from this. I mean, technically,
I'm guessing he's just looking at her like...
I mean, technically, your KD ratio is positive.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. That's it. We took down Doll. We took down one of the two.
Wow, he was a half. He was a half of the...
Wow. Well, yeah, she was like a 1.5, weren't her? So I suppose.
Yeah.
A whole lot of snakes.
Do you find it funny with matriarchies? Matriarchies are basically patriarchies, just with ladies. It's
like... Funny enough, Rose, the whole point is they are verbally descriptive as the opposite of. It's the point.
It depends on your viewpoint of it, but we'll get... That's a different question completely. But anyway... Okay, so how are we going to explain this to the others?
In terms of we pressed button, accidentally got teleported to another island, killed Dole, tried to get out, fought Gisser, kind of, and then we got out.
Okay.
That's the
Do I need to exchange in my favour with you?
Why?
You don't know?
No.
Okay, never mind then.
No, wait, just tell me, come on.
I can't.
Tell me something. Why do you owe me the favour after that?
I don't owe you a favour. What I was asking was, did I need to use it to shut you up?
Why? What are we keeping secret?
Nothing. It is fine. It's not needed.
The time shit? Like...
You don't know anything, do you?
No, because you haven't told me anything. If you took 5 minutes to explain it to me, maybe I would be useful and maybe I could help.
Like last time I talked to you about time shit?
Well, yeah, I was prodding you. I will listen attentively, and I will listen, and I will get it. You need to tell me, because I am going crazy here. I'm getting very frustrated.
Yeah, it does feel like Gozai is like having a real frazzle moment.
I cannot tell you. But what I can tell you is You need to stop them.
I know that already!
Mm-hmm.
Believe it or not, I'm clever enough to figure out those are bad guys.
Good. At least we do not need to go to Snake Pit now.
Not for a long time.
We have technology beyond what I was expecting.
Yes, but you made an assumption. I couldn't challenge that assumption because you haven't told me anything. And then we nearly died because
What am
of
I
that
supposed to
assumption.
say?
Wait, just tell me what's going on.
Which I've told you I can't.
Why not?
Because if I do, things get really fucked up.
Fine. I think given the silence there, I think that's gonna conclude this little foray.
I thought they were going to get on better after this. I don't know how they're getting on
Oh,
worse.
no, they are still getting on good. She just can't tell you.
No,
I don't know
no,
what matter. I mean, he can talk to her if he wants to, but she just can't tell you. I literally cannot say.
But can you tell me if I'm warm or cold?
Yes.
Okay.
Do that.
Okay. So I would say, clearly, there is an actor who's giving future shit to these guys, and then they got all pissy when I sort of said, "Oh, you're messing around with the future stuff." So they're clearly going into the future, something along those lines. And you clearly don't want to tell me anything because you're afraid it will change what happens now. But you were telling me, and this is probably a lie then, you were telling me that you were from the present. Which doesn't seem likely now.
Well, I never told you I was from the present.
Okay, so you're not from the present, okay.
I'm not confirming nor denying.
So you're not from the fucking present.
No, I told you I was over 130 years old. You just assumed I was.
Because I wouldn't actually know the chronology of the dictator bloke in your Elden Land, so yeah, true. I couldn't have actually pinned down a timeline of that. Right.
I mean, I assume I can tell you I am technically 147 years old.
Yes. Assume so. Who are we asking?
No, I'm telling you. I assume I can tell you that.
Yeah.
I was talking to myself and talking to you at the same time.
Okay.
It's just weird. Sky God? Are you there?
I'm here.
Good.
What do you need me to clarify, Rose?
No, it's fine. I was just more like,
okay.
I'm having a mental breakdown. It's totally fine.
You both are from the sounds of it.
Okay. I can tell you that, I assume.
Okay. I have no cross point to figure anything out with that, but...
What do you mean?
I mean, like, how long ago did this coup happen and you then, like, flee dickhead and all that stuff?
I'm not in the archipelago to stop that from happening.
No, you're in the archipelago... Well, you said you're in the archipelago to change all the shit from the coup. Is that not actually true?
I lied.
Oh my god!
I'm sorry, that was so funny. I do apologize for laughing.
Just lies all the way down, and I'm the outlaw.
I apologize, but I hoped that through lying would make it easier for you.
How?
Because I can't tell you, and at least having something to cling on to removed this from happening.
Right, okay, well... I prefer you say I can't tell you rather than lying to me, to be honest.
Understood. I didn't know you at first, so, you know, I had to do what I thought I had to do.
Okay. So, that watch shit is all about stopping the snake people somehow, probably. And you can't tell me, so fine. Speaking out loud.
I cannot tell you.
No. He'll just stick his finger up at that point, because he knew, like... Yes. Okay. Fine. I can work with that.
I don't know if it's Ben or Josiah, but they just sound done. I can't tell if it's Ben or Josiah.
It's Josiah. It is Josiah. I'm loving this. But he's just like... Right,
Naya just goes, are you satisfied?
It's the wrong word, but I'm happy to leave it there.
Oh, fucking hell, that was funny.
Would you ever be satisfied if someone from the future said, I can't tell you anything about the future or how you get there or what you need to do? You wouldn't be. Do I respect what you're saying? Yes, I do. And you'll probably then at this point stand and pick up the head and start wrapping it up.
I am not sorry for what I have done, but I am sorry that it came out in this way, Josiah.
To be honest, you're probably doing something for the greater good. Like, probably doing something.
There's no Liam here. We're fine.
Well, Danny can. It sounds like you're trying to keep a structure. You're trying to keep a structure to things.
I fear I can guide.
But it also makes you more interesting. Like, are you actually Nivara, or is like you've had to take Nivara's place?
Oh no, Nivara is not my name. I thought we'd established this. I am
Naya,
yeah, I'm Naya.
Mm-hmm.
I am the same person. I just was very lucky in where I was at the time.
Okay. Interesting. Yeah. And he'll probably like at this point like strap the head to himself and be like, and probably out of her earshot, hopefully like stupid, like hot, interesting women or dangerous, interesting women as he just fucking like saunters off. More fucking interesting, more fucking yeah.
I'm guessing at this point we wait for everybody else to come because we know that this is where we said that we'd meet them again. So, yeah.
He's also half naked, covered in blood still. Like,
yeah, she will pull out his coat at that point and be like, she just kind of chucks her shirt over the side of the boat. Would you like your coat back? Sorry, Danny. Go on.
That is... Well, we'll leave it. Well, hopefully, in a week...
Oh!
Mm-hmm.
What the fuck?
That was me making a sound, I'm sorry. I was freaking out.
Okay, I mean, we can have the freak out in a second when we play Dead by Daylight.
But
yeah, thank you for watching, guys. Hopefully, things will be more interesting going forward, because today was certainly interesting, and I think it's been a good little session.
Yeah, it was amazing. Thank you, Danny.
Thank you.